Hi everyone, Bernard here. Hope you're all well. Welcome to another Citizen vlog. It's a city pass today, and it's the wonderful, isn't it? The wonderful, got the found world of Manchester City. Please, if you're new to the channel, push that subscribe button, push the bell notifications when you get to know when these little city vlogs are coming out, past and present. Of course, this is inspired by my sister vlogs. Obviously, I do another little vlog called this one. Not got the Lost World of Manchester City. Obviously, this inspired me. This was Derek Hammond and Gary Silky. This book's fantastic. This is still available on certain sites if you can look on auctions, etc. at a very, very reasonable price. So obviously, it's inspired by that. So obviously, all it is obviously I buy memorabilia for myself, old programs and cards and magazines, etc., etc. So it inspired me to share the opening of them with you, where I've just got them, I've ordered stuff. I forget what I've ordered sometimes. I don't always use the same website. There's 2 or 3 websites I make bids on and auctions, and I do tend to forget what I've got coming. So I just open a few with you and share with you the joy of opening some little bits of memorabilia. As I say, it's mainly programs, but we get the odd little snippet, something else in there as well. And when I finish this, obviously I'll put up on screen as we're going through and editing any of these games. If it's a particular program, I'll say how the match finished, etc. On just some information on the screen for you as well, just for extra thing for you, because obviously it's not more off the cuff this in my scripted sort of citizen vlogs, if you like. Right, so I've got my pair of scissors. That's what I need. I've got some packets, some envelopes to open. Be very careful. I mean, sometimes we might open something that isn't anything to do with City. I've done that before, but there you go. It's a choice. I do put a little reference on it, but sometimes I forget to put the reference, or when I order something, I forget to take the reference off, etc. So I end up opening a bill. You know, as long as you can pay it for me, that's fair enough. But that's how it goes. You know, so I do tend to try and just sneak a quick look in, make sure I have. It's not a bill before I do it. And obviously when you find something like a Kellogg's thing, you know, it's a little bit of padding for the wrapper, isn't it? Yeah, the only proviso I've got with this, as you've know, if you watch these, is that I only spend up to £1.50, unless it's something I particularly want, and I'll let you know if I have to spend a lot more money. Obviously, I always show these things to people that have been taking part in my vlogs, these chute ladders, which I bought quite recently. And I always use them. Obviously, I'm recording this, and sometimes these things don't get put out for a month or two, so as I say, I've bought them quite recently, so I'm using them on some of my vlogs now, obviously. So obviously something like that I paid a little bit more than £1.50 for, but that's the normal proviso I have. That I'm not going to, because I could just, you know, I'm not made of money and I haven't got loads of money, and so I have to sort of restrict what I buy, because there's, you know, there's bills to pay, etc., etc. Alright, so this little envelope, there's more padding in it. So it looks as though it's obviously not going to be a program, is it? So it looks like it's going to be some sort of cards, match cards, perhaps. So I've ordered stamps as well before now, things like that, little memorial stamp, you know, memorabilia stamps. And this is like a little, dropping it now. This is an old one actually now. Oh, there we go. I've got a great couple of old City players, fantastic. Just put me have to read this one. Eric Brook there. And Sam Tilson there, obviously Eric Brook, Manchester City, outside left, born Mexborough, a former newsboy, one of the fastest and most dangerous cutting-in wingmen in football. Following junior experience, he signed for Mexborough, an unsuccessful period in the latter club was the sponsor for him joining Wath Athletic, and in 1927-28 was secured by Manchester City. So that's fantastic there. It's Eric Brook. If you've watched any of my history vlogs, he obviously would have got mentioned on those. And I think S. Tilson, I'm fairly sure that's Sam Tilson. Sam Tilson, I may be wrong. Please, again, I'm off the cuff with these, so I'm having to remember. My memory's not great. Centre forward and inside left, born Barnsley, commencing school and junior football in his native town. First big game for Barnsley's league team in March 1926. Before the end of the next season, transferred with his wing partner Brook to Manchester City. So yeah, obviously they came together. Fantastic. So there you go. I just thought I'd get them. That's Soccer Stars, which is part of the Godfrey Phillips Limited and associated companies. And the surface is adhesive, it says on the back there. So you could, that's for sticking onto your little things, isn't it? Fantastic. So it's 2 great images there. I have to look after. These get lost in my memorabilia. I have to put them in a special box with all away from the programs and stuff, because they do tend to get lost. Yeah, I like that one. I'd take something to beat that as my favourite today, to be honest with you. So I've got a bigger envelope now. Look at this one. So this is a program. Yeah, this is a crap. I will be using this on, or I would have used this on another little special I've done on a certain gentleman, but it did interest me because I actually didn't actually go to this game. It was a period of time when I didn't get to many games just for personal reasons. And if you look at the cover there, you've got Mr. Sven-Goran Eriksson. All blue eyes is back. There we go. And obviously, if those amongst you will know why it's important to me, and obviously, especially at this time in supporting City, I'm doing this in early August 2020. Saturday, 4th of August 2007. Versus Valencia in the Thomas Cook Trophy. And as you say, some of you will probably know why I purchased this for another thing. And obviously, it was the first time we got to see our legend, wasn't it? If you look on there, look at the name on the Valencia team there, number 21. Obviously, I wonder who plays number 21 for City for the last few years. Yeah, David Silva. So I thought I'd get that just for myself, because I didn't actually have this programme, and it wasn't a game I actually went to. As I said, I did have a 2007 for a couple of years. I did have a few things that meant I didn't get to many City games at all, so that was fantastic. So that's sort of nearly my favourite again now, only because of who's in it. It's bringing a tear to a glass eye. I feel quite emotional now actually opening that one. And here's another one. This looks as though it's a programme or two. Sometimes there's a couple of programmes in these, because obviously some guys are selling more than one, and obviously sometimes you get a better deal as well. Obviously they're selling more than one. Some guys will give you a discount if you buy a few, others don't. They just charge you the same amount, but it's not worth quibbling about, is it? So I don't really worry about it. Yeah, you've got not shreddies. They're just a little bit, at least they make an effort to put a little bit of something else in the envelope, because some of the post office can be a bit harsh sometimes with stuff, as you know. I mean, I've been selling online for years and buying online for years, so not exactly always very kind to things. I mean, I've had to pay compensation for stuff that's got damaged. There's a couple. I've actually got one of these already. Sometimes I buy something that I've already got, and it's all right because I can use it as prizes for future things on the Citizen vlogs, as and when I get my subscribers up. But just a couple here that I was really interested in. It was going back to 17th of February 1973, and I probably would have attended that game, but I don't have the programme, and there's a lot of time I couldn't afford the programme, or I didn't buy a programme. Occasionally I got to games and perhaps late I couldn't get a programme, so that was a good City versus 17th of February 1973. I don't know how we went off offhand. As I said, I'll put it up on screen there how we went on, but I do like these programmes from the 70s. I like I like those images that they used to have, the big match black and white programmes, obviously at Main Road, Clemens failed, sold a shot by Francis Lee. I've just recently done a blog about whether Mr. Clemens was the general manager of a team as well. You may have already watched that one as well. Tommy Booth forces the ball over the Liverpool line to give City a 2-0 lead. There you go, fantastic. So there's some great images, so that's why I got that one. Manchester City versus Liverpool, 17th of February 1973. And this one from 13 years later. Again, another season I didn't get to many games. And obviously some seasons I didn't get to a lot of away games. There was a period in the late 70s, early 80s where I went to many away games, but it wasn't always possible with young families, etc. And this season was another one I didn't get to many. I started a new business in 1986, around 86, 87. So I was literally working 24/7, so I didn't get to many games again. But it's just I love the image on this one. It's just Stamford Bridge. I love looking at the old stands in the background. Chelsea versus Manchester City, Saturday the 8th of March 1986, 60p. Cannon League Division 1. So City's team: Nixon, Reid, Power, Clements, McCarthy, Phillips, Lillis, May, Davis, McNabb, Simpson. And obviously a big Chelsea fan there, because if you look at the team on the back, he's actually wrote in the Chelsea subs there. So obviously whoever owned this is a Chelsea fan and would have put the team on. It's something I never did. I never altered the teams. I liked them to say, but it doesn't worry me that they've been altered. It doesn't worry me that, or when a voucher's cut out in some of the older ones. It doesn't really worry me. I'll enjoy collecting them anyway. Chelsea's team: Nidziecki, is it? The goalkeeper: Lee, Rugby, Pates, McLaughlin, Bumstead, Wood, Dixon, Spackman, Speedy, Murphy. So I mean, I'd say the name's sort of familiar, but not overly familiar to me. And again, the 19, some great black and white images in it as well. Fantastic. Yeah, so there's no real significance of getting that apart from the fact it was a season when I couldn't really get to many games. I didn't get many programs, so I'm sort of buying stuff as and when I see it that's reasonably priced. And I've just got a little one here now. Let's see what there's in this one. Be careful these little ones. You don't cut across whatever you've bought. You don't damage it. That's what it says on there. I won't give it away. Oh, it's something to do with the sun. I know we don't like the sun, do we? But they do produce some good football thing. And this is classed as great moments in soccer. So obviously a great moment in soccer concerning City. Obviously, I won't have bought anyone else, would I? So let's have a look what this great moment is. I do know because it's on here, but just open it up. Just careful, don't cut my fingers off while I'm doing it. It's the tiniest of stamps. See how big the stamp is there. But what's on the other side? Can you see it through the reflection there? So it's great moments of soccer. Manchester City FA Cup winners, 1969 or 79. Sun soccer stamps. So there you go. Absolutely fantastic. Can you get the focus there? I don't want to put it out of focus. Absolutely superb with the wonderful Joe Mercer surrounded by his players there on that one. If it's not come out too well on the video, I'll do a picture of this and put it in the corner there for you to look at as well and try and get a better image of it. Absolutely fantastic. Yeah, so that, as I say, I wouldn't have paid more than £1.50 for that. I can't remember how much I paid for that, but that's another great one, isn't it? That's another one to look after. Sun soccer stamps. As I say, we don't really like the organ, but as far as sometimes they were all right. I mean, I've got a lot of old paper, some papers for my scrapbooks and stuff, so they did okay, didn't they? So. But don't agree with most of the rubbish they put out. But there you go. That's a separate matter, isn't it? I don't really like the Daily Mirror, but obviously they used to be okay on football at one stage, so I used to sort of get that. Although I wouldn't use it as loo paper now. But there you go. Right, the next one. So back to 1971 now. Again, a game I would have attended. It's a Main Road game, so I should have been at this one. Again, a game where I perhaps couldn't afford to go to it or whatever at the time. Sorry, to afford to buy a programme. It was only 5p, but 5p in 1971 when you get spend was about 20p or something. There's a lot of money and you've just got to pay to get into the ground. So this is City versus Sheffield United. Saturday the 23rd of October 1971. Great image on there. That's looks like Tommy Booth on the front there, challenging with a couple of Leeds United kit, LUFC. Do I know any of the Leeds guys? Is that Johnny Giles? I don't know. Could be Johnny Giles. I'm not sure who the other guy is. I don't think it's Alan Clark. Alan Clark challenging in defence. Again, you get some great images, don't you? Buzzer there. Great images. And the black and white ones. We've got Mike Summerby in the thick of it. And Francis Lee against Everton. Some images from against Everton at Main Road. Again, Everton obviously they used to wear that gold away kit, didn't they? Fantastic. Yeah, nice pen picker Tommy Booth. Great centre half Tommy Booth. League tables were sitting fourth at the time, so we were doing really well at this period. Weren't we? The late 60s and early 70s, and I've said before we perhaps should have won another couple of league titles in that period. To be honest, more than we did, but. One thing or another stopped us, unfortunately. The team that day, we got the team. Yeah, Corrigan, Buck, Donachie, Doyle, Booth, Towers, Summerby, Bell, Davis, Lee, Miller. So quite a good team. Sheffield United, Hope, Badger, Hemsley, Flynn, Colquhoun, Hockey, Rees, Salmons, Dearden, Curry, Woodward. I remember Alan Woodward and Tony Curry, and I think Trevor Hockey was a beast of a man, if I remember rightly. A big unit, a big guy with a beard, if I remember right as well. I might be totally wrong on that. He's probably dead skinny and 5 stone wet through. But that's my impression of of that player. Anyway, what was it, Mr. Hockey, Trevor Hockey. So how much time have we got? So perhaps another time to just do one more. Another big one. So. It's unusual this actually. This is quite unusual because I mean you got so used to the West Ham programmes. They're always little, weren't they, in the old days? Remember in the little ones? I think a couple of other London clubs had smaller programmes as well. I think Leyton Orient used to have a very tiny one, but West Ham's was always tiny. So it must have been a bit of a culture shock when they started doing the bigger ones, which they do now, obviously. but this one's going back to 2006. So West Ham versus Manchester City, and it's obviously I liked it because they had Mr. Pearce on the front as well, Stuart Pearce. Obviously there, and obviously West Ham is sort of most City fans' second team these days, aren't they? Along with teams like Everton and stuff like that, where we give them a lot of love. Some great images of an old game there. Kiki Musampa and Micah Richards. So again, 2006. I say 2006, 7, 8. Yeah, game I couldn't get to many, so I certainly wasn't really getting to many Etihad games either at that stage. But no, that sort of took me out because that was cheaper than £1.50. Very hard to get these more modern ones cheap now. They're usually always £3, £4, £5 even for these. So I got that one. Isaacson, number 1, Andrew Isaacson, Richards, Thatcher, Jordan, Dabo, there you go. Who's the main Dabo, Rayner, Ireland, Barton, Vassell, Weaver, Dickov, Distan, Onua, Sun, Mills, Schmeichel, Samaras, Hamann, Dunn, Beasley, Hart, Mills, Trabelsi, three goalkeepers. We might probably play them all. Trabelsi, Hatton Trabelsi. I have no idea. Hatton Trabelsi, you? Sinclair, Karadi, Johnson, Michael Johnson, and Ishmael Miller. So there you go. Absolutely fantastic. 2006. So that's the last one I'm going to do today. I hope you enjoyed that. Anyway, just a quick look through my favourite programme. Let's say what my favourite programme is. Yeah, I'm going to say this one answer. It's not significant at the time. No real significance in that one at the time, was there, Valencia? But obviously, to say, the birth of a legend, wasn't it? Who obviously was against. Did he score against us as well? I think, yeah, he scored. I don't think he knew much about it. I don't think it was the greatest goal, but yeah, Mr. David Silva. So that's my favourite programme. Of non-programmes, obviously, we've only got the stamps and the cards, haven't we? So I'm going to put a tie with them. I think all three of those are fantastic. So I'm not going to say any above the others, but there you go. Hope you enjoyed that today anyway, that little not got, now got, the found world of Manchester City, and I'll keep bidding, keep looking. As I say, I can't spend fortunes, but I do these vlogs and hope you enjoy them. And please also look out for my little vlogs on this as well. The Derek Hammond and Gary Silkey original, which inspired my new little vlogs there, and I hope you enjoyed that. Let me know in the comments if you remember any of those things I found today, anything you like collecting or stuff. I mean, people that have asked me about buying things, and and it's quite hard. I do have all the programs, but to actually say to you I need such and such a program, I don't really have a list as such. They're all catalogued and sort of indexed, but not in that way. Someone said, "Oh, let us know what you need," and I said, I don't really know till I look at what people have got, and then I check with my diaries to see if I've already got it. So yeah, anything like that. But I'm always on the lookout for memorabilia. But as I say, I don't have a fortune to spend. So it'd be great to let me know what you got, and what you collect, and what you enjoy collecting. It seems to be a lost thing, doesn't it, now, collecting programs, etc. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. Please check my little links on screen. If you're into, if you're over half, or anyone, obviously your friends are more into TV and movies, etc. Don't forget I do the vlogs on reviews, movie reviews and TV drama reviews, and information vlogs as well, cinema releases, etc. So please let them, if they've got a tablet there, tell them to get on the tablet and subscribe to me as well. That'd be absolutely fantastic if you can do that. And please, if you're interested in movies and posters and board games, please check out my little website, moviegamenostalgia.com. They're all in the links that you can see on screen. That'll be absolutely fantastic. Much appreciated. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you can join me again for another Citizen vlog, either past or present, in the very near future. What we're going to do the rest of the day, have a great one. Look after yourselves, look after your friends, look after your family, and more importantly, let's all look after each other. And until we meet again, please stay safe, Blues. This bird is saying goodbye for now. Bye-bye.